To do for problem number 14, they give us the function h of x is equal to the square root of 4 is it minus? Yeah, minus x squared all over, is it x minus 3? So this one's the double whammy. We have a square root and we have a denominator. If I look at the denominator, what makes the denominator equal 0? 3. So x cannot equal 3, for sure. We know that off the bat. So when we go to find the domain, we basically have to find all of the x values. Well, now the other thing that we've got to do is we've got to figure out this stuff right here has to be greater than or equal to 0, right? Because we can't take the square root of a negative number. So we're going to say 4 minus x squared has to be greater than or equal to 0. Okay, I move the 4 to the other side, I get negative x squared is greater than or equal to negative 4. Multiply both sides by negative 1, I get x is, now when I multiply by a negative 1, what happens? Flip the inequality. I take the square root of both sides and I get x. Now here's where it gets a little tricky. Is less than or equal to negative 2 or positive 2, right? So that's it's plus or minus 2. So now we've got to wrap our head around that. Really what it is it should be written like this: negative 2, positive 2. So this is not exactly mathematically correct. In fact, I think in your textbook they don't want you to write these symbols in here because of that reason. They want you to put an equal sign all the way through till you get down to the end. In other words, you should say x equals plus or minus 2. And then they want you to kind of use common sense to figure out what the boundaries will be. So the domain for this one has to be this. And what happens is that because the domain is trapped between negative 2 and positive 2, well, we don't even have to worry about this, right? Does that make sense? Now, what we could do to verify this is just graph it, right? So if I want to graph this, so let's say you go through and you do your homework and you're not a wizard like Mr. Adams, that's okay. You could just come in and graph the function, which is going to be 4 minus x squared, close the parentheses, divide by the quantity x minus 3, right? And then hit enter, hit the graph, boom. Now if we zoom in on this, what you'll find is that the function only graphs from negative 2 to positive 2. In the x direction. Does that make sense?
Wait, how'd you plug it?
I plugged it in, just the regular function. Just the regular function. Like that? Well, I had it written differently. It was supposed to be the square root. Somehow the calculator changed some things around. Wait a second, I don't think I graphed it properly. I was looking at the paper. Did I plug it in this way? Or did it look different?
It looks like that.
Okay, let's graph it again and see what it does. I thought so, yeah. That's right. Alright, any questions on that one? That's problem number 14 from your homework.